Yeah, that's where my cousin Bill, he lives out there. He's right
Hey, Jeffrey, where's your mom?
She's on the highway.
She's coming?
She's coming.
Oh, okay.
Not unless she had an episode on the way here.
Is she driving herself?
No, my younger brother Steve's bringing her.
Are you? One of them was wearing all black and a long sleeve when it's supposed to be kind of warm today.
Oh, you don't like it.
You're wearing all black and a long sleeve, and it's supposed to be kind of warm today.
Hey, sis. How are you? And there's our other cousin,
Now, what do you mean you
Anna.
don't like this area?
No, I don't like Missouri.
Let me get this
Oh, you
girl
don't like
again.
No, we're moving back to Oklahoma.
Hello, my sister. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
She's not here right now.
This
Yeah, we'll
is
laugh then, yeah.
this is Brittany,
Oh, hi.
and she's finally back from touring, right? And this is her twin. Oh no, not twin, but her older sister.
Wait, and Kathy.
Oh, this has got me in here. I don't want me in here. Say, okay. Now you guys say hello.
Hello.
This is Jared and Preston. Preston, this is for the record. Preston, you turned 70 this year.
Oh, yeah.
And Jared, you turned what?
40 this year.
40.
That's
I'm a youngin'. I'm a youngin'.
young and the old.
The young and the old, the young and the rest of us. Okay, yeah, there he is in his little Gitco. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get some more people.
All right, well, let me pull up here.
Let's see here. Now we're over here where they're playing badminton.
Hi, Auntie!
Hi, honey. This is Trevor, and and Taylor.
That's Tommy.
Tell me you guys' names.
Tommy.
Tommy.
I'm Logan.
Wait, Logan.
Logan.
Oh, and over here's Lindy. And this is the net that Jared put up last night. Put your. This is Dart and Bradley's.
No, Gemma,
Kids.
this one.
Oh, nice. Do your thing. Pull your leg up.
This?
Oh, very good. You guys are so gifted. That's great. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Okay, now this is Tisha's sister.
Yeah. What's the boo-boo? We just step on them.
Oh, what is it? Oh.
The boo-boo.
Okay, say your name.
Lillian?
This is Lillian. This is Tisha's oldest sister, right?
Yes.
And what are you cooking?
I'm cooking lumpia. Egg
Oh,
roll.
nice. And it's a nice shady spot.
Yeah. It's a nice place. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn this off, Lillian. Jake, come on. Give us a thing.
My sunglasses?
Oh, I got some.
You want to buy them, James? Don't break them. They're like $500.
Oh, my goodness.
My coat.
I'll be home tomorrow when I get
that in.
I remember. I met you like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Kristen, you got a little bit grayer.
That's nice.
Hey, you
not much.
know, that's cool.
Only on the side.
I remember when your hair was brown.
That's a
Wait
West.
for it, you know,
Oh, yeah,
Anyway, this is Tish. Hello, Wanda.
Crazy.
God damn it, Jeff, get up there and help your mama.
Oh, you gotta watch out. She got it. You try to grab her, she'll hit you.
She'll
with
take
the
the cane and take you upside the head.
Have a seat over here. Can you sit down with us, Butch?
She needs to run. She's wound up. It's a big two-hour drive up here. But I think she's done her little thing.
Are you gonna be able
I need to go feed her
I'm gonna.
so she stays away from our food. Puppy chow till a year?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then when they come in here, come back on puppy chow.
Oh, really?
The whole time they have their
Because they
Somebody-
need that extra
Somebody
power.
dropped their keys right there. Hey,
Oh,
Jeff.
really? So that replenishes
that
all the
one.
stuff.
Jeff, I think you dropped your
Wow.
keys.
Okay.
And there's the main person.
So there's just some really
Those
good
aren't mine.
vitamins and stuff in that puppy chow.
Yes.
All right.
Somebody
Yeah,
won't get
'cause
far
my-
without her.
I gotta get this.
So thankful. I wanted to see you. I love you. Let me sit down before I fall.
Yeah, sit down before you fall, Aunt Wanda.
Yeah. You're looking good. I'm so glad to see you. I know.
Jennifer.
I just came out of the hospital.
Did you?
Yeah, the ER.
Oh, really?
And I didn't even know if I could get here.
Wow.
But I got here.
You showed up on a nice day too.
You're the last of the Mohicans on the west side.
What's that?
We had to.
You're the last of the Mohicans on the west
Yeah, the
side.
mornings are always nice and cool.
That's
and the
what Butch
afternoons
said.
are warm up.
And he said, Mom,
What's your
you
name?
gotta come. You gotta come.
Who are you?
My cousin Preston.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Jennifer. I'm
Know what's happening.
And
This
there's
is my
Preston
grandma.
Jr.
So I'm Butch's.
grandma.
I'm Butch's daughter.
This is my daughter.
Really?
Jennifer,
This is
yeah.
Oh,
Jennifer.
that's right.
my
Your wife
oldest
is the
daughter.
cook.
Yeah.
How you doing, sweetie?
No, I'm talking with the Curtis here because
It's on the house.
Oh God, we talk on
so I'm here.
Like, hi. I guess that's how the food goes.
Yeah, right there.
I know things have been tough, but it's good to see you. And I want lots of pictures of you.
I think there's a bunch of
And I
sodas
met
underneath there.
Tish already.
You can go put the pie inside there,
Are
wherever
your
you
daughters
want to
here?
put it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's got beautiful daughters.
Yeah, I want pictures of you and Tish and your daughters.
daughter.
And Trevor.
And you know what my son did? Disappointed me deeply. Forgot his damn camera.
That is what?
Got
And I
his
knew I
camera.
couldn't
But it's
stand and
worth
take
it,
one.
you know, at
So
least-
Kathy,
at least you give
since
them-
you've taken all these pictures, I want a copy.
We've all-
I'll send them right on over. Yeah,
I got
no problem.
And
Here's
this is
Jeffrey over
Erica.
here.
You must
Give us
be
your closer,
Anna
Jeff.
Wisdom.
Why you gotta give me all that film?
Man, I got good memory.
How's that?
There you go. There we go.
There you go.
This is my outlaw cousin.
Now, Jeffrey, tell us how old you are today.
I'm gonna
49.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're such a
before I fall
youngster.
down.
And Jennifer, how old are you, honey?
Oh. I'll be, you know,
Be
I don't know how old
turning 50. No.
What year were you born?
no, I'm 30.
You're 30? Okay. Well, we're just trying to get an idea here.
No, I'm
So you're Butch's daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I look 50, right?
Yeah.
No.
You what?
Maybe 45.
No, I'm just talking about like kids who I met.
They Preston.
Wait, there's Jared back there. There's Sis. Here's my daughter, my sister-in-law, my wonderful sister-in-law. She's the best. She made a bunch of lumpia for today.
You just have to pray about this.
My sister, and here's Anna, our cousin Anna.
And I
Oh,
heard
so
you sold your
cute.
property and bought a new train.
And he's 61. When's your birthday, Bud?
October 9th, 1959.
Oh,
59.
Sit
Libra.
down. Take a load off,
Libra.
goddammit.
let me see you without your glasses.
Oh,
There he
fine.
is. All right.
I had to put the hat on because I haven't had a haircut in a while.
Now this is your daughter.
That's my
Your
daughter, Jennifer.
You did.
Yep.
She's a doctor. All right. Good
And
job.
my
You did
son
good
is not
job.
here.
Your son's not here.
No. And my other daughter's
Why don't you
in
take that
Boston.
inside so it keeps it out of the sun?
She's going to Northeastern.
I thought one of your kids played piano. No.
This one and my other, the one in Boston,
She
plays
doesn't.
piano.
Well,
She used to. She used to.
I brought some fruit trays if you can eat fruit.
what are you girls up to?
Watermelon?
I look in there.
You know, I just talked to somebody that's bringing a fruit. I don't remember who it was, but
Whose dog is
they're bringing
That's my
fruit.
dog Joe.
Was that you?
His name is Vito
Yeah.
Corleone
Did I talk to
Sangiovese.
you this
Oh
morning?
my
Not this morning, the other day I talked to you about it.
Oh, maybe it was you.
That's right.
Becky and Butch and I went on this together.
Oh, who are these people?
This is Melissa's daughters,
Oh, yeah.
Nicole.
Nicole
and this is the
and Jamie
Ramos.
and
The
Ramos.
Ramos.
Ramos? Say hi,
And this
Ramos.
is Thomas. And I don't
Oh,
know where the
Thomas.
hell he's from.
Well, he's
California,
he's got light hair. He's cute. He's a doll. Look at these beautiful women too. Wow. All right.
Hang out here and drink wine all weekend, huh?
All I do.
He's a wine bibber.
That's not a bad deal, huh, Jeffrey?
Sounds good.
Heck, how do we get a job up here? You need some pours?
Well,
or-
we don't hire nobody.
There you go. So you just pour for everybody, huh?
Okay.
God bless you,
You
buddy.
guys don't want to stick around and have a glass of wine?
You
huh?
are awesome. No, we got to get back on the road again. This is awesome.
And sang, and this is her husband, Kit.
That's me.
Audrey and Kit and
Kent.
And this is Carlos. Carlos, where the hell you at?
Sorry, I got out of the picture.
Who's Carlos?
Come on, get in here.
Oh, there's Carlos. That's our Carlos. Yes. I was going, we just had Carlos.
This is another wine drinker.
all right.
They like to drink wine,
Yep.
and they like to holler and scream. So
Hey, that was singing.
yeah. Oh, that was.
We thought we were singing.
Thank you so much.
And I want to thank them for coming and visiting us and
Okay.
helping us out.
Beautiful place,
You
beautiful
guys
people.
come
Thank
again. You guys come
Thank you
back
for everything.
again.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful reunion.
You guys.
Very nice.
Thank you, Audrey.
Good, Kit. We'll see you back there another go around.
Another go around.
Bye bye, Audrey.
All right, guys. Have fun, everybody.
Be careful.
What's your dog's name?
Warrior girl.
On Sheldon Road with you, Becky.
Oh my goodness.
A long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I loved riding. Do you remember that?
This is Becky. This is Uncle Calvin and Aunt Imogene's daughter, Becky. Haven't seen you forever.
Since Mom's funeral.
Oh, that's right, huh?
I remember.
Okay, now you've been tell me again. How long have you been married?
35 years.
Okay, to the same guy.
Same guy.
And do you
Now
have
move it
kids?
right over
Yes,
to the
I have
table.
3 boys.
3 boys.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Married nearly 4.
Bradley, Eric, and William.
And do they have kids?
I have 1 granddaughter.
That's it?
Yes, just
No,
one.
I'd bring that other one,
How
but let
old
me
is
tell
she?
you
She's
something.
4.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I think you ought to put them out on the grass.
Yeah,
Huh?
I was lucky to get the 1.
And then,
You have 12,
and then
Anna.
you can
That's
take
how
them
many
and
I have.
make kill.
Grandkids and 2
They're
great
not, because they're going to be low.
grandkids aged 27 to 6, and the great grandbabies are 1 and 2.
Good.
I've been married 48 years.
And plus you have the big baby at your house.
Yeah, the biggest, spoiledest, rotten.
She calls her husband the big spoiled baby.
Yes.
He is very spoiled in me.
Rotten to the core.
I'm so glad you got here, Becky.
Yeah, me too.
I
I was
haven't
looking
seen
forward
you
to this.
forever.
My husband was the one that told me, you better get down there.
I remember, don't you have sons? No, this is Butch's
Yes, I have 3
wife.
boys.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay, and his daughter. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll make sure we
that's
got
right.
everybody here. Preston the third. Fourth. Preston the fourth.
Wow.
And Herbie, let me get Herbie. Hi, Herbie. These are Preston's. These are Preston's grandkids. These are your grandkids.
I'm number 3. Everyone, nice to see you.
No, these are your grandkids. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there's
Nice
a
to be
4th,
seen.
huh? 1, 2, 3, 4.
These are your grandkids, huh, Di?
God damn! Here comes the whole bunch.
Oh my goodness.
Kathy's boy.
Oh, one of the police.
Yeah, that's Dusty.
I remember this girl.
I can't tell the difference.
I'm getting a hug.
COVID's over. Get a hug.
Yeah, right?
I think you boys get so goddamn big.
You don't quit eating. You don't quit eating. How are you, Dad? Nice to see you. What's going on?
Are these boys hungry?
Oh, I'm sure they are.
No, honey, you just go right over there and sit right on that ground and water.
You remember Dusty, don't you?
That's what I brought for you. Let me get all you beauties here. Let me get all these beauties here. Look over here. Look over here.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Miss. Hi. Sweetheart. Okay. Oh.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Give me a second, Nancy. Give me a second.
Hi. Whatever eat. I don't understand. Oh dear. Wow.
You guys help yourself to some food.
I will.
Okay, so this is Randall Hanford, Uncle Jack's son. Randall, first of all, tell us how old you are today.
69.
69, okay. Born in 51?
252.
Okay, now, tell us about your health.
Some crazy thing for a house.
My health is real good right now. I have no more cancer, according to my doctor.
What did you have before?
I had renal cell carcinoma, kidney cancer.
Okay.
course. Or
It went into my liver, and it went into my lungs.
Equity in my area is
And, it's all gone. Cancer's gone.
What did you do for it?
Well, I used cannabis. I make medicine out of it. I just take shake. I soak it in pure alcohol, like 200 proof alcohol. Leach all the oils out of
fixed
it.
his boat all up nice.
Then I heat it very slowly.
Put the big window
Just
in the
warm it
front
for the
get
alcohol
some
to
awning
evaporate.
on top. Got
Once the
him two
alcohol
new
is gone,
outboard engines. And
You're left with the resin in the bottom of the non-stick pan. My wife here puts it in capsules,
This young girl.
vegetable
That's
capsules,
his daughter.
and then I put them up like a suppository.
It was. I recognize.
It doesn't get me high, it doesn't give me any buzz or anything. It just goes in my bloodstream, and it encapsulates the tumor. It puts a cloud around it, and then it just gradually kills it, and it turns to calcification.
with pandemic.
Once it's calcified, and by the way, I had a 3-inch tumor on my
Everything
liver.
got shut down. Any
It
kind of
calcified,
entertainment,
and then the
music,
calcification went away.
Terrible.
I asked the doctor where that went. He said, I don't know, but it's gone.
How long did that take?
I was on it steady for a year. After a year, the cancer was pretty much gone.
And tell
Lawyer,
me what the doctor said
don't chew
about
your
a
thing.
year and a half.
He said,
I'll go get you
if I
another
go another
bone
year and a
somewhere.
half with no cancer reoccurring,
Getting warm, huh?
I'm pretty much done with cancer now.
You know, your dad and my dad both died from renal cell cancer.
Yep.
Took a long time for it to get my dad, but
Yeah.
16 years it spread throughout his body.
Yeah.
And now let me go over here. This is Susie. Hey, little Susie. Now, Susie's been married to Randall how many years?
This summer 50.
50 years. Can you believe it? Well, you must have been 2 when you got married.
I told her I'm going to trade her in for a couple of Chinese girls when she gets 7.
Gosh, that's not going to happen. You know that.
No.
Oh, that's nice. Now, you guys have how many kids?
6.
6 kids. Wow. And you have, tell me what the status, like the oldest one married or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're all married. Well, our son's the one that's just in limbo right now. But
Oh, the young
they're all
one.
married.
Okay. And how many grandkids?
15.
15. Oh, nice. You know, the Abrahamic covenant was promising posterity, priesthood, and property.
She just had an accident. Had to go
You
to the
got
hospital.
it.
She's a little bit
You
internal
guys got
bleeding.
it.
You got her seen the grief she
That's
was
great.
giving the nurses and the doctor.
So
I
the
had to tell her
boy,
she needs to calm down
how's
in
he
that
doing now?
hospital.
He's doing better?
Well, that's the problem.
So.
She thinks she knows
He's
everything.
on his way. I think he's finally figuring it out.
Good.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
a
you
rough
don't mess
one,
with
wasn't
her
it? You
in the
guys,
hospital.
my
You just
heart
say,
breaks for you guys.
Yeah, there's got, out of 6, there's got to be one.
Yeah, you got to always remember that.
Count on one.
God, yes.
Well, is there any advice you want to give to us at this moment?
Up through the ranks, but I became a supervisor from the ER to 5
My advice is
Just
find
love
a good
each
woman
other.
and stick with her.
Just like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good
bad
advice.
Don't even have it in your head that it's, oh, I can move on.
That's
No,
why she
that's
gives
not
him
an
hell.
option.
Yeah.
When it's not an
No,
option.
don't even let it be a part of the equation.
Yeah, right.
It's greener on the other side. No way.
Yeah.
It's never that way. You know, we have. I'm going to move over here a second. We have some just very small clip of your father.
Oh, really?
And as soon as I saw him, my heart just jumped out of me because I just love him so much.
What are you doing?
Uncle Jack.
Same with your dad.
Yeah, my dad too. Of course, my dad for me.
Hello, Matt Safeguard.
Oh my gosh.
Over and over.
Well, I just,
Kathy.
I'm gonna get. This is Max Seifker. Max, you were born the same year as my mom.
Yes. She was older than me by 8 days.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Seriously? So Max was born in 33.
Yeah.
You look so good.
Well, thank you.
And this guy.
he don't look worth a shit for 45.
No, listen to you. He walks. Do you still walk every day?
Yeah, I do every day, or I hike in
you
the
hike.
desert.
Look at that. Now you know, Max, you look like you could be a movie star. Seriously. Doesn't he look good?
Yeah.
He's
No,
infamous.
I'd like to have been in the concrete business.
Yeah.
That's much better. Yeah.
I've never got a shot.
Okay. Now where's Eunice today?
She's at the house. My sister's coming to visit.
There you go, Warrior.
She is waiting there.
Now, Max, I do have one question for you. How many grandkids do you have?
7.
7 grandkids. Oh,
How many you got?
I have 12.
Boy, I tell you, these Seekers never learn
You're
to
not
breathe,
staying
did they?
long enough. You're not staying long enough under the sheets.
Oh, you did
Only
one
one
woman.
woman. How many men?
I only had one.
No, yeah, but to get all these grandkids.
Yeah, I had one husband and I had 3 kids. And each kid, Amber had 5, Dusty had 4, and Tyson had 3.
You know what, Brad? I think I
Very productive.
Yeah.
That's really something.
Yeah.
I had a terrible problem.
And the oldest ones are getting married already.
Grandkids?
Yeah.
Well,
Dusty.
my youngest is 25. You gonna leave?
Well, I'm gonna go over here. I gotta find my
I
guy.
was hoping you'd tell me where I could get a beer, Preston.
Right underneath there.
There's
and
beer over
right
here,
there in the
Max. Wait, and you wanted
Here, these, Butch, Jeffrey, and I, and Curtis.
Okay, so get behind Curtis.
We're getting him cranked up, man. He's getting a little bit of
Stand up over here.
I will, but we're letting the main man have a drink. Finish his ribs.
Don't they?
Right, okay.
Can you take one with mine? There, that's in front of you.
Okay, now I have some questions now.
Oh, no.
So this is Tasha Hanford.
Hello.
And Tasha?
Yes.
Tasha, how old are you today?
I'm 76. We stopped counting after 30.
I think she's 30, 35? No, 3, 4, 3, 33. Okay, and this is her beau,
You'll get it. You'll get it. Think about it for a minute.
Jake. Okay, Jake. And,
Also 75.
and he's only 30.
Well, I'm a little younger.
But that's good. Oh,
And this is Aunt Kathy, the voice
now
behind
hold
the
on
screen.
a second. Now, Jake's been helping Tasha so much with her father, right?
He gives him chocolate.
I
He
see.
mostly
Can't
helps
do
their
everything
mom.
Oh.
He mostly helps mom.
Okay, he
I
helps
found.
mom.
With the
I see
heavy
him out there
lifting.
building fences and digging holes.
Put me to use wherever I can be used.
That's
Yeah.
right. He's a great guy. I'd really give a
thank you.
thumbs up for this one, Tosh. Not that I've seen any others, but.
Is there a competition? Is there other?
There's no competition.
When I'm
Okay.
gone, you bring another one, and you just
Next.
yeah. Everyone
Okay,
scores.
so I got a pretty good video of you guys here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut you off, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, wait, I need one. 1, 2, 3. Cheese! Trevor, cheese!
Oh, sorry. Okay, this is Preston the third.
Number 3.
Number 4. And this is Jackie, his wife, and this is Herbie.
Little Herbie.
Herbie the turd.
Herbie who?
Herbie the turdy.
No, not Herbie the turdy. It's Herb the second. No, it's Herb the second. Oh, Herb the second.
Herb the second. Okay.
Okay, now,
Okay.
Right? Herb the second.
Yeah.
Today is the 16th
Okay.
of what month?
Of May.
May 2021.
2021.
So how old are you today?
I'm 45.
Oh my gosh.
Getting old.
How old are you, Preston the fourth?
I'm 17.
You're 17. Okay, Jackie, are you telling
29.
me? Oh, 29 and older. And her?
I'm 9. I'm going to be 10 in July.
He's going to be 10 in July.
Yeah, 4th of July.
Oh, 4th
Yeah,
of
4th
July.
of July. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Now Herbie, you're named after your grandpa on the other side. And you guys are named after the lineage of Preston Hanford Sr. Okay. Is there anything else I should ask you at this moment in time?
No, I mean, we're just having
favorite color?
Red and purple.
Just to make it clear, my favorite food is
Fishing.
Chick-fil-A. There you go.
Oh, that's it. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, and you eat the Chick-fil-A sauce, I bet.
No.
No sauce.
Oh, but you do eat those kind of French fries that
I use Thomas and trays to crush those.
All right, you guys, listen. I thank you so much. I'm gonna turn this off.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
And if there's any interlopers, and I think there is. All right, you start off, tell them who you are, who your dad, who your mom.
My mom was Richard Hall of Fame. My mom, Janice Hanford.
And I think there is.
Party crashers.
All right, you start off, tell them who you are, who your dad, who your mom. If you know your grandpa, yeah, you know me. Your grandma, and you tell them who you are.
My name is Preston Hanford, and
Which one?
the fourth.
The fourth.
And my dad is Preston Hanford the third. My mom is Jackie Hanford, and my brother's name is Herbie Hanford. He's around here somewhere.
Herbie, get up here. Speak a little louder.
I think everybody that you're talking about has to come up and say something. Otherwise, what do we
And my glorious grandfather, Papa, and then my two family members over there, Aunt Danielle and Uncle Steve. And I'm...
Who's that behind you?
Okay, just give me the mic.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm Preston's wife, and
Which Preston? Which Preston?
well, Preston the third, and
Okay.
then we gave birth to Preston the fourth, who's right here.
That's Preston the fourth right here.
This
Right
is
here.
Preston the fourth.
Right here. Okay.
And then we have little Herbie.
Come on, Herbie. Get up here.
Come on, Herbie.
Side boy.
Hi, my name's Herbie.
Yeah?
And I love Chick-fil-A.
So, yeah, my son introduced me. I'm Preston the third. This is my dad. Mom's over there. Nana Butts. Just wanted to say, I don't know, do we say anything or we just introducing ourselves?
Anything you want.
I just wanted to say that I'm glad that it's 2021 and that we're out of all this COVID bullshit. And that I'm glad that we can all get together, and I like what I see. So I just want to say that I love everybody. Uncle Kurt, we love you very much. So we love everybody. We need to keep this going and keep it like a yearly thing, so the family gets together. So I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Dusty Hope so he can introduce. Get up here, girl. Too bad. You ready?
Yeah, you will. He's attached to you.
All right, I'm Kathy's, one of Kathy's twin boys, Dusty Hogue.
Louder. Hey, everybody.
My twin brother Tyson couldn't be here because he's working up north. This is my beautiful wife Melissa. My oldest daughter just graduated BYU. She's in Utah. Yeah, congrats. This is number 2, Krista. Number 3, Billy. Number 4, Kylie. And number 5. Number 5? No, number 5. We gave up after 4 girls. And we're happy to be here too. And thankful for Uncle for hosting this thing, getting us all out here. And
that's good.
Yeah.
You can sit down now.
Family. And now, my sister, Amber.
Okay, guys, I'm Amber. I'm Kathy's daughter, oldest daughter.
Amber who?
Amber Addington.
What's your maiden name?
Hogue. Any more questions?
Well, if I think of one.
Okay. We we have 5 kids, but the 3 oldest live out of state, so they're not here. These are our littlest ones. We've got Lindy and Taylor, and this is my husband Jared. And we live in Ohio, but we're out here visiting, so it's fun to see everybody.
Yay!
And next we'll do Ashley.
I'm Ashley Burns. I am Jeannie Hanford's youngest daughter. Jeannie is in Texas. My oldest sister Brenda is in Utah. And my daughter ditched me today. So I'm here by myself, but with all of you. And I think that's it.
Yes.
And we'll do Danielle.
Danielle,
We'll get the
yay!
first cousins over with.
Hey everybody.
Good.
I'm Danielle. I'm Preston Jr.'s and Diane's daughter. I'm the oldest. I'm the old grandchild of the family. This is my wonderful husband Steve. And yeah, he's a hottie. And our 2 grown kids are not here. They're both working today. So our son Zach, he's working at my brother Preston's brewery. So that's where he's working today. And we have a 5-year-old grandson named Ezra. And we have a granddaughter that's going to be born any day. That's why her mom's not here, Bree. Yeah, so that's our kids. And we love Dad. And Melissa, thanks for hosting this here at the wonderful, beautiful winery, Hanford Ranch Winery. Good to see you all. And it's my favorite person to see today is Curtis, Uncle Curtis. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
You look great. We love you. And the Trump hat, you're rocking that Trump hat.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Curtis? Want me to do Curtis? How about Tasha or Brittany? Come on up. Yes.
You guys can sing.
Stand in front, girls. Girls, Josh, stand in front, baby, or it'll whistle.
I'm Tasha.
Hold it up close.
Curtis Hanford's eldest daughter. And this is Brittany. I'm second. Then here's Mom. I'm Mom. The oldest Mom.
Where's Trevor?
Trevor, where are you?
Trevor!
Get over here! We're not at a family reunion unless you're going to miss
When I have the steak.
Yeah, get your booty out of here, man.
Speak into the mic.
Hi, I'm Trevor, and I'm cool.
Yeah, this is my daughters, and they've introduced themselves. It's my cousin Randall. He's my best friend for a long time. We used to go to school together and throw almonds at each other and all kinds of stuff. And one time we were fishing, and he hooked me right here. Throwing his damn hook, throwing his hook. And here I am, 5 or 6 years old, and I'm going, Randall, you got me.
Oh. Okay, hey, Kurt, I'm going to make a confession. I did it deliberately to you.
You did it on purpose. Now, you know. Did you do that on purpose, Randall? Well, I just thought I should come clean, you know. Well, I just, okay, I'm going to get you.
Kurt, but I just want to tell you, we're still friends. We didn't quit being friends, you know.
No, me and Randy's been friends for a long time. Yeah. Where's your brother?
Joe's right over here.
Joe?
Joe! Joe! Telling the story.
He's
He's telling a story.
Joe.
Who's Joe?
Uncle Joe.
Bonnie.
Also, this is part of Mom's family. This is Dirt.
Hi, I'm Dory. No, this is Joe Ponay.
This is Joe. But this is Joe.
Do it, Kurt. This is Joe Ponay. He's part of the Hanford, the original. My dad, their mother, Aunt Lucille, and of course Aunt Betty's their mama. And
got farmed out to you guys. We got farmed out. I don't need this.
yeah,
When we were kids, because my mom had mental health issues, we got farmed out every so often to the Hanfords. And I mean, we're 10, 11, 12 years old, 14, my brother Josh. And Curtis, maybe you're 18, 19 years old. And you guys were always, you were living in a trailer next to a house you were building. That happened 3 or 4 times that I can remember. And the first time we got brought out to your house, you were in one big room. And your mom and dad had friends over and they were playing cards on the one end, and Josh and I, we were laying in this big bed on the one end of this big, huge room. Uncle Preston used to tell a story about Josh. Josh always wanted to get back to Sacramento where they had lawn. And so if you know Press, you know, Josh, did you ever find the lawn? Throughout his life, he would give him a little needle about that.
But the story about that was Uncle Preston, that is Preston Jr.'s father,
and
Kathy's father, Kurt's father. He ultimately put a lawn in for me and bought a riding lawnmower so that I couldn't cry anymore, because I would cry every time we came out here. I just couldn't take it. I cried and cried and cried. And finally, Uncle Preston would say, "Well, Joshy, what's wrong?" And I'd say, "Well, Uncle Preston, you don't have a lawn." And so Uncle Preston finally put a lawn in and bought a riding lawnmower just to satisfy me. But we came from down in Sacramento.
Yeah, we were city people. When my mom would be taken away to the mental institution, we'd get farmed out to them. They helped my dad out immensely. This side of the family, the Hanfords, always took us in. And at your dad's funeral, I remember getting up there thinking, I got all of this I'm going to say about what a great guy he was, and you know what he did for us and everything. And I got, it was at your church. I couldn't get it out. That's why we love these people so much. But he was about 18 or 19, and they had some cows. I don't know, 10 head or something like that. And so we'd milk them every morning. And I could remember 4 a.m., man, that was early. And so...
No, that was at the Seifker.
That was on Sheldon Road.
That was the Seifkers did that.
It was on
there.
Sheldon Road.
I think we were just poachers in there.
Is that right? Was that your place?
Yeah, that was their dairy.
But anyway, Curtis would wake me up in the morning. We'd go milk cows. You know, he had machines, but then you'd have to milk them out, and it was a hassle. And I remember telling myself at night, this one night, hey, look it, I'm just going to tell him I'm sick in the morning. And then I won't have to get up. And so I put myself to sleep thinking that. The next morning, Curtis comes, come on, Joey, let's go. We got to get the cows. And I go, oh, Kurt. I remember to be like, I'm not feeling good. Well, you know what's good for not feeling good? Some good hard work. Get out of bed. Come on. And that was it. And I drove with him doing runs when you were a one-truck outfit, you know. It was a lot of fun there. He was chewing Copenhagen, and he got me started on Strawberry Days or some damn thing. And so I tried it. What?
Happy Days.
Happy Days. It was sweet, and I tried it. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. How do you like that? He goes, oh, I like it. He pulls over. He goes, here, try a big chaw of this. And he gives me some Copenhagen. I put it in my mouth, and we're driving down the road, and we're on Mooney Road. Pull over. I'm getting dizzy and just vomited. You apologize. I know you did. Long time ago, you apologize. But these people, the Hanfords.
Yeah,
bottom line is, we would not be standing here if it weren't for the Hanford family.
That's true, very
and
true.
We came out here as basically orphans, and I can't say enough about the Hanford family. Hanford has instructed me that we're the 11th generation. No, Preston Jr. and our generation, we're the 11th of the Hanford generation. So that basically means then his children, number 3 is the 12th, Kathy, and then number 4 is the next 14th in America, 1642. So Kathy has instructed me on that. Preston insists that we go back to Wakeman, Ohio, to make sure we tour the old homestead of what is called the Firelanders, because the Hanfords came from Connecticut, and in the Revolutionary War they were burned out. So the Continental Congress gave the Hanfords and a bunch of other families land in Ohio. So that's a little of the history, but for me personally, you know, our family would not be standing here if it weren't for the Hanfords, and you all know that, and we really love and appreciate
this
you
guy
guys.
when he was 18, 19 years old, peak shape, would run the Ho Chi Minh Trail, huh? It was during the Vietnam era. They lived on property where it was a forest, but there was a couple trails running through, and he called this one the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and he would run barefoot out there. They had a pond out in front, and they had frogs, and go frog hunting, and I'll never forget it. He shot one, and then, come on, Joey, we go running. We're in mud. I mean, literally, it was amazing. It was amazing. I had a great time, Kurt. Nice to meet you.
So this is Sister Pamela, and Sister Pamela, you want to, Sister?
Are my brothers great?
No, Teresa couldn't make it. Sister Teresa is sick, and Brother Dan died in 2020, the oldest.
And I'm the quiet one, so they said it all. Okay. But we do love that. We love the Hanfords. They've always had huge hearts, and we will always love them forever.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Introduce your offspring.
And then my daughter, Jennifer. Jennifer, stand up. And my son-in-law, Luke.
So that's the 13th generation.
Yeah.
Wave, you guys.
And
wave
then,
over there.
And our youngest grandchild, Daniel John.
the 14th generation.
Yes, and then we hope you're okay.
William Luke, get over here for a minute. Come and say hi. You can say hi. Come on. Now, where's Anna Sophia? Come on, Anna Sophia, come over here. William Luke, you're the 14th generation of the Hanford clan. What do you say for yourself?
Nothing.
You're supposed to say more than that.
A redhead?
That's a redhead. There's some redheads in the Hanford clan, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know who was redheaded when he was a little boy?
Who?
His grandfather.
Yes, that's what I thought. I had heard that. Yes.
Grandpa Pop.
Grandpa Pop.
Really?
When he was a little boy, right?
And here's Anna Sophia.
And here's
Come here,
Anna Sophia.
Come here, honey. So this is Anna Sophia. She's the 14th generation of the Hanford clan. Say hello, Anna Sophia. Give a wave. Yeah. Use your words. What words would you like to say?
Say something.
Okay. Good job, Anna Sophia. Okay, we love you. 13th generation, Ashley Pane. Stand up, Ashley. And her significant other, Jay.
Hi guys.
And Donna. And you didn't.
Who's that?
Stand up.
Jesus, and Donna.
Stand up.
Boy.
Stand up. Anna Sophia, tell her to stand up.
Come on, Donna.
already did. Ashley, stand up.
Jay Hanford the first. This is my brother Jim over here.
Hey.
My younger brother Jim Hanford.
we just met this Hanford. Well, I met him 55 years ago, but we just found him. He's been kind of lost. And, oh, well, I'm sorry to bring that up. No, he wasn't in prison. But this is George Hanford. He was my dad's nephew, but his dad was Preston and Jack's half-brother. Yeah. So, anyway, my wife, Susie, over there against the wall, she, we've had 6 kids together. She's been a wonderful wife. I really appreciate her.
Why were you so prolific?
Well, I didn't know what was causing it, Kurt. But when I figured it out, we stopped. This gentleman right here, Brad Siefker, he used to let me ride his horse. He had the best horse. His name was Peanut.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. Who named the horse Peanut? I changed it to Comanche. That's the way it stuck. And here's his daddy, Max. Oh, well, here's my grandson. Careful there, son. Okay, this is my grandson. What's your name, sir? Go ahead, tell me your name.
Kipton.
Kipton. This is our youngest daughter's son. He's got a beautiful sister too. So, yeah. All right. You can relax now. All right, who else wants to come up here and talk?
Well, I want to say one thing before I go about Max and Brad.
Please, put the mic up there.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Daddy, I remember Daddy always saying, "Oh, Max, he's one of the best real estate men around." And Daddy really, actually, well, to hear Dad say it, he said he loved Max. And anyway, I just wanted to say that Max and his boy and the whole family have been parts of our family for what, 45 years?
Longer than that.
60 years.
About 55 years.
A little longer than that, Kurt.
Just why don't we go on up?
Yeah, you guys go up there.
This would be a good time. Get this away from you before you tell too much. Anyway, I'm Brad Seeker. This is my dad, Max. We had as family the Hanfords, who were the closest family, who were not related by blood. Of course, we grew up, all of us. I remember Randall and Jimmy coming out and spending lots of time during the summertime. Same with Joe and Josh. And we were all kids, so we played together, and it was a wonderful time to grow up in Elk Grove. Curtis and Preston, I call him Little Press. They were kind of like older brothers. They used to beat on my head, but that was fine. It was a relationship and a family that's continued on to this day. I'll tell you what, Preston Sr., Big Press, was the finest man outside of my dad I ever knew.
I think probably Preston Hanford Jr. was the best man I ever met in my life. Senior. Not, this is Little Press. Where is he at?
Behind you, Max.
There's more. No, Little Press. But I bought the Mooney house December of '64 and we moved in. The next morning, the truck came up. It was Big Press and Little Press. They said, "We want to take dirt off the river bottom. We'll give you $1 a load." And, I was in Southern California. I didn't know what dirt was. I said, "Hey, you guys do anything you want." Next morning, I get up, and the entire lawn was all covered in topsoil. The greatest man I ever met. And I asked him once about Curtis, and he loved Curtis. And Curtis's story is Josh and Joe just mentioned the Ho Chi Minh Trail. I stood in the old Mooney house, I opened the French windows, I looked out, and I saw this teenager running in a rainstorm, red hair behind him. He was running
that's
up to my
absolutely it.
and I said, I truly have lost my youth. And another story about it, this 64 was the year we moved in. One day I asked Big Press, I says something about Preston had gone and took a caterpillar and leveled some of the river bottom. And he said, yeah, I want him on the truck. He says, you know, he said, I'll be laying under the truck working. He says, I lay my hand out like that. Preston lays the right wrench in my hand. We dearly love the hand. Preston, especially you and her. You are real companions.
He didn't have real good luck with women. Until he met Shirley. I'll tell you what, she's been not only a wife, but a mother, a sister to all of us. And we love Shirley very, very much.
Thank you. My name is Shirley Hanford from Philippines. I met James Hanford and internet. And we are, since we talk, we're falling in love with each other.
Right. Well, I have a good rap. How about you, George?
Come on.
Okay, and then
George, get in there.
Oh, we got a niece over here too from the Philippines, and she married my nephew. My nephew saw what I got, so he figured that was a good idea. Right, Steve? Come on over here. This is Steve, my nephew, Janice's son, and this is his wife, and Shirley's niece from the Philippines.
Explain who Janice is.
Janice is my sister. Janice Hanford. Okay, see, I never heard this one. So that's about it.
You know, when we were little kids, we used to play together.
Yeah.
Janice, Randall, Raymond. Raymond since passed. But that was our family.
Yeah, like I said, I'm Steve Wilson. I'm Janice Hanford's son. I come back from, I'm from Jack Hanford's side. So, and these guys are from my family. Lived basically all my life with these guys. So these are my uncles. Happy to be here. Nice to meet everybody.
Behind you is who?
George.
George got to say something.
You got to say something about your dad, George.
All right, the last one of the Hanford things I went to was probably 80 years ago.
Closer to the mic.
You weren't even born yet.
No, I wasn't.
And we was out on Jackson Highway.
You're on the wires.
And this guy was there. Jack was there. There's a bunch of people I didn't even know because my dad didn't associate with much of the Hanford family, really. But anyway, I'm George. I'm related to this old man here. Them put big things in my face.
Hey, I just want to say something, George.
Oh my God.
George.
What?
Many times I've heard my dad say
all these ideas and what you can do to your
Eddie Hanford. One of my favorite brothers.
Oh yeah, he loved all the brothers.
Yeah. He loved all the brothers. He loved Jack.
I want to tell a quick story here about Uncle Eddie and my dad and Preston, my Uncle Press. They were out in the barn one day and they were playing cops and robbers. And they got Uncle Eddie tied up in the barn, and they seen Grandpa Ed coming, and they knew he was on a mission to kill somebody. And
Pop.
Yeah, Pop. Now he was missing $1, and he thought that your dad had taken it. Well, your dad didn't take the $1. He didn't take it, but it had fallen behind the dresser, but he thought your dad took the $1. And of course, when Uncle Press and my dad Jack When they seen Pop coming, they scattered. They just took off. Well, poor Eddie was tied up. He couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, was tied up.
Yeah, he couldn't go anywhere.
But I don't know.
But anyway, so he's telling me, you tell me where that money is, and Eddie, I didn't take it. You tell me now or else. And finally, Eddie said, okay, I'll take you to it, Pop. He started out of the barn, and the story I heard was that the ropes were literally getting ripped off of him. When he hit the door of the barn, he made a right turn, and he was gone. And from what I hear, Uncle Eddie was very fast on his feet. He was a really good runner. And Grandpa Pop was a fast runner too. And Grandpa Pop was closing on him, and they came to a canal, and Eddie jumped clear across that canal.
17 feet.
He landed on the other side, and Pop thought, I'm not going to try that one. But anyway, about 3 days went by. Eddie got taken in by some other members of the family, and then Grandpa Pop found that dollar behind the dresser, and so he put the word out that it was okay for Eddie to come home. And so Eddie come home.
You know, Grandpa Hanford was tough.
Yeah.
I seen him when I was a little kid. The guy was over there hitting on my mom, and he kept pulling my grandpa's fingers up and down, and pretty soon Grandpa Hanford got up and he hit that guy and went come over a recliner. Ended up in the living room, ran out the door crying, and ran into my dad and wanted to know what the heck happened. Well, he didn't tell him he was in there trying to hit on my mom and mess with my grandpa, but he never messed with him again. That old man would hurt you.
Well, thank you all for coming, by golly. I hope you can hear me, because I couldn't hear a damn Salford. Junior. And I get quite emotional. But anyway, my dad was Preston Hanford Sr. My mother was Iris Lee West. My grandfather on my mother's side was Anderson Peeler West. My grandmother on my mama's side was Iris Lee Riley. I know a few other ones, but they didn't let them out of jail in time. But you know, I grew up with my brother Kurt, my sister Kathy, my sister Jeannie, and my mom and dad. And it was terrible when I lost my mom and dad. And as we all know, we all got to go sometime. But I would just as soon have went before any of them. So I'd like to go back through a little bit of my history. And the Pawnees. Yeah. Bring that up here. The Pawnees, the West, the Hogues. People that weren't mentioned here today were the Nords, the Butts, John
John Letty, my Aunt Wanda, my cousin Josh, my cousin Joe, my cousin George, my cousin Jenny. I can't think of everybody. My cousin right there from Texas. And then there's other people that come into your life, and whether they like it or not, they become part of your family.
Did you miss out on Joshua?
No.
The Seifkers became the family.
And one of them families was the Max Seifker family. My dad loved him, and my dad never said he was the best real estate man. He said he was the best real estate shark. He said Max Seifker, when he gets them in a real estate deal, he'll leave casualties.
Don't say that you love him, might be someone.
Yeah. But our family originated back with a man called Reverend Thomas Hanford. Maybe you can help me, baby. And then he had a son, and his name was Elazar. And I don't remember what year it was.
1642.
Yeah. But Elazar had a son.
Jabez?
No, Kathy. It was Phineas. And Phineas Hanford was a ship's captain way back in whenever. And then he had a son, and his name was Phineas Hanford Jr. And he lived his life, and then he had a son, and he named him Jabez. And then time rolled on, and he had a son, and his name was Jesse Edwin Hanford. And then he had a son, and his name was Edwin Daniel Hanford. And he's buried in Turlock, California. Josh, my cousin Josh, and my sister Kathy, we went down and visited him. He was buried in 1913. They migrated to Turlock, California from a little town called Wakeman, Ohio. Then he had a son, and his name was Edwin Daniel Hanford Jr. That's my grandfather. And then my grandfather, he was married to a lady back in Ohio, and he had 3 boys. He had Roland, Dan, and George. His wife's name was No, I forget her name. But anyway, the first 2 boys stayed back there in Ohio. The last boy, George, he moved out here. And we got family that's not even here. And George and Marion lived in Sacramento. I'm sure you remember George and Marion Hanford. And then Pop had a girlfriend, and her name was Ruby Morrow. And that guy right there, that's George, that's his grandmother. But Pop had another boy by Ruby Morrow, and he called him Edwin Dan Hanford. That's my Uncle Eddie. My father's, and if you would say this to my father, he would give you a lot of guff. But he was my father's half-brother. But my father always said, let me tell you something. Ed Hanford is my brother. Well, anyway, Ruby passed away. And my grandfather, Edwin Daniel, met on, and my grandfather was about 6'2" in his stocking feet, according to my dad. He met a little Italian lady that was 4'8". And they got married, and they had Jack, Randall's dad, Jimmy's dad. They had Lucille, who that family was not mentioned here, but it's the Barmby. The Barmby family. And then they had my dad, Preston. And then they had Louise. And then, was it Betty first? Betty, and then Louise. Betty is Josh and Joe's mama. And Pam. And they married a guy by the name of Joseph Payne. According to Josh, it's Pawnee. So I just figured, what the hell, whatever a guy wants to be called, we can call it.
My fault.
Is it your fault? Well, how come you're not up here talking? Well, anyway, a little time rolled on, and my mom and dad had 4 children. My sister Kathy, myself was number 2, my brother was number...
Tres, amigo.
And my sister Jeannie. And then, hell, I grew along and I got married. And I got married to a gal by the name of Diane Nord. She's sitting right there.
Hi, Diane. She's waving like a movie star.
She had a little girl. It was about 2.5, 3 years old. And we decided that we were going to get married. So I adopted my daughter, Danielle. Then a little time rolled on, and lo and behold, Diane got pregnant. I don't know if it was me. No, I'm sorry. But then we had my son, Preston McKay Hanford the third. And it's a lot of history with all of our families and all of our friends that became families and all of our nieces and nephews and everybody that has contributed and been part of the whole circle. We have my daughter had 2 children, and that was Zach and Zaya. And Zach, he paints. And so you can see some of his paintings on the wall in here. And my granddaughter Zaya, who's not here, And then there's, of course, my grandson, Preston the fourth, and my grandson, Herbie. And Herbie was named after that guy that's right there at the end of the table, Herbie Garnes. And Ouida. And the reason I'm kind of going through this is to show you how it all branches out. Now, I think I've probably said about as much as I should say, and I'm going to introduce to you my third wife. Melissa, this is my lovely wife. Why don't you come up here and introduce your sisters or your daughters? They left.
They didn't want to be introduced.
Well, tell us a little bit about the Ramos family.
No, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that? Well, then I will do a little bit. Her mother and father, her mother were Spanish descent. You got to tell me, honey, because I don't, you know. Spanish and Italian. And, yeah, Italian. Anyway, she had 2 girls.
Yeah.
And there was Nicole and Jamie. They were here earlier, but they bugged out. And now what I'd like to do is I would like to call up Butch West. No, you got to come over here, or Anna. I want to hear about the West Side, because they're related. And Becky. Come on up here.
I get the prize for coming the furthest.
Okay.
I came from Missouri today. And I have my brother here. Where's Butch at? Butch is over there at the end of the table. My youngest sister, Becky.
Yay, Becky!
That's my immediate family. And then I have my cousin, Victoria.
Vicky!
This is all the west side of the family. We're kind of dwindling down a little bit. There's not very many of us left anymore. And most of all, we have our beautiful Aunt Wanda. She lives in San Jose. Then we have her 2 sons. Jeff is way back there. Wave at us, Jeff. Where is Butch? Butch, turn around here and wave. Butch. He's probably over there feeding his dog. He came to Oklahoma and bought a white lab. We raised white labs. And so he came to Oklahoma and bought a white lab from us. But anyway, we enjoy living back in the Midwest. I was born and raised here. My father was a minister. He was Calvin West, and he was in Grandma West oldest. Well, he wasn't the oldest. Oldest living one. They had one son that died at birth, or shortly after birth, and so he was a minister all of his life. And he married Imogene Grammer, and she had 5 children. Virginia, she died last year. It breaks my heart for my sister that's not even a year older than me is already gone. And then there's me. And then Esther, she didn't get to come out this time. She lives in Texas. And then there's Becky, and then Butch. There's the 5 of us. And we've all had really good lives and raised by good parents. And I'm glad to be a part of the West family and the extended Hanford family. It's wonderful. So, who do you want to come up next, Abby?
I don't know. Who's next?
But you didn't wave your hand. Nobody knows who you are. Okay.
I got 2 down from these.
Okay.
Anna, why don't you give you
Aunt Wanda, can you think you can come up here and tell a little bit about our family too? You have more history than any of us. Would you be able to?
I thought that was quite classic.
Help her up here, okay? Okay, Butch is going to come.
I'll tell you a little history.
Okay, Butch can handle it.
Thank you, Anna.
Well, first of all, you guys got to give it up for the last remaining West over there. That's my mama. And to put it in order, you heard Uncle Calvin, he was the oldest. Then it was Iris was number 2. And then, no, Uncle Junior, AP West was 3. Mama was 4. Vicky's mom, Aunt Helen, was 5. And then Orphe was the youngest, number 6. Did I miss anyone? That's everybody. And so my brother Jeffrey is here. I'm the oldest. I'm Charles Marion LeCue II. I also go by Butch. And so my brother Butch over there, we're about the only 2 Butches I've ever met in our lives, but Butch West and Butch LeCue. My brother Jeffrey, he's right there next to my mama. He's number 2. And then my little brother Stephen, he's not here. He stayed home. My oldest son is Joshua. He's a professor at Drexel University teaching chemical engineering and biotechnology. My daughter over there, Jennifer, she's a 3rd-year medical student at Pittsburgh, medical student, and she's studying pediatric and psychiatric care. And I was the workaholic single dad realtor that paid good child support and took care of all of them. And then after that, I actually didn't remarry, but I met a Vietnamese girl, and I have a beautiful 20-year-old daughter that's going to Northeastern, studying international business. Came out here 3 years ago, grew up in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, got it.
Was conceived in Las Vegas and born in Ho Chi Minh City. But anyways, that's my 3 children. We have no grandkids. Jennifer's not married. My son Joshua's married to Amanda, but with no kids. On the west side is, well, I just mentioned all the kids. Who else? Well, now, Mom, she has been a nurse her whole life. She was an RN, CCU, critical care, ICU. Took care of, that's why I could never drive a motorcycle. I could never have anything that was basically, you know, she saw too many brains in a bucket. And so that, although my brothers, they pretty much got to get their motorbikes and they went crazy, but I was too scared of that. So we grew up, she was born in San Antonio, Texas. She met my dad, who was on the LeCue side at the Rockland skating rink. And so from there they married. Dad was an engineer at Lockheed, at Lytton first. Actually, my father invented the microwave you guys all use. So he was one of the original engineers out of San Jose State who developed the microwave. That was one of the biggest things. And then he went on to Lockheed. We moved to Houston, Texas when everyone was putting a man on the moon. So I actually grew up with astronauts and their children. My dad was very involved in putting, you know, the first Mercury missions, the Apollo missions, you know, the man on the moon. He would be fascinated if he was living today to know that we put a man or a rover on Mars. He would be ecstatic. And but he passed away at 57, unfortunately. We miss him. And then she took care of her grandmother. She remarried my mom and then traveled all over the country with Richard Pavitt for a while, and then he's passed away. So now I come by and check on her a couple days a week, and Jeffrey comes down and checks on her, and Stevie checks on her. So we're trying to be 3 good sons checking on Mama. What else do you want to know, Mom? What else can we tell them? Guess that's about it. I sell real estate in San Jose for 33 years and doing okay. So that's it. 57. Terminal cancer. And it was crazy because he went in for a checkup in March and was given a clean bill of health, $300,000 insurance, new insurance. And he goes in the middle of summer complaining of something, and he had stomach, bone, lung, liver done. Gave him 4 months to live, died. He actually died 1 week before Jennifer LeCue was born. So he died on December 2nd, 90. And my beautiful daughter was born 1 week later after my dad died. So that was kind of a difficult time. But anyway, I think that's all I got to say.
Let me break in.
There you go.
Where is my wife, Melissa? Did she run off for some dark-headed stranger? I wanted to introduce Melissa's sister and husband, and I can't see where, huh? No, these ones just showed up. Where is Susie? Where's Steven? Steve, come out here. This is Steve B. and Coney. Come on. And he's married to my wife's older sister. And Susie Ramos.
Another Italian?
No, B. and Coney's Italian. So I'm going to turn this over to Steve B. and Coney and let him do a little talking. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I appreciate my wife very, very much, Melissa Ramos Hanford. Oh, and there her sister is. So I'm going to turn it over to Steve here.
Well, thank you very much.
Come on, you're on.
Well, I don't know what to say. I married into the family. There's children of 8.
Well, you were Italian, right?
Italian, Sicilian, from Nicosia to Bianconi. So I married the oldest sister, Susie, standing right over there.
Let me ask you a question. Did you have sex with her before you got married?
Of course we did.
Well, you're not Catholic then.
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Not all Italians are Catholic. That's what they say. But met Preston from Melissa, and I must admit, the guy's a nice guy, an old fart. You know, he's a great guy. He always welcomes us to the house over here. He's always welcome to our house down in Lake County. And I used to live in the Bay Area, moved to Lake County, and met my wife where I work.
That microphone closer.
Is this close enough? Should I start over again? But I'm glad everybody made it. We just came up just not too long ago from the Lake County. And I'm sorry I missed a lot of the other family. But Preston married a wonderful woman, a wonderful family with the kids. And his family is wonderful too, from what I met a couple of years ago. And shake your hand there, buddy. There you go.
Kurt Hanford.
And as long as he's a Trump fan, I'm his fan too. That's it. If anybody else,
Either get that or you get a knife.
yeah, one or the other, isn't it? So, but I just want to thank everybody for showing up to here. I'm glad I got to make it up here, and it's a wonderful event. Dedication to you and to the rest of the family. So, for being Italian, I can talk all day and I can eat all day. I'd rather eat all day than talk all day.
That's a Sicilian.
That's it. The Sicilian side of me. But my wife, I'm going to bring her up because she's Missy's older sister. She's the head of the clan, I should say, out of 8 kids.
Oh, wow.
Would you believe that? Susie, get your butt up here. Come on.
Boy, that's Italian.
I wasn't expecting to talk. I was just too busy eating and drinking inside, and I got called out on this one. Here they come. I don't know.
So I'm Melissa.
And I'm
my sister
Susie.
Susie, firstborn of the family. We
We
have
first of eight kids.
We have 7 siblings, so eight kids, born 4
Which one
girls,
are
4
you,
boys.
Melissa?
What's that?
Which one are you in the line?
I'm number 6 in the pecking order. Then I have 2 younger siblings, Leslie and Jean, who live in Texas.
Can't hear you.
Susie lives in Kelseyville. Alex, which was here earlier, lives in Santa Rosa.
Where'd you guys grow up?
We grew up in El Paso, Texas. I left Texas in 1984, and I've been in California ever since.
And I left in 1980.
My mother's name, our mother's name, is Ofelia Carrillo Ramos, and my father's name is Henry Ramos, who has passed. He passed in 2016.
Did they stay in El Paso?
They actually stayed in El Paso, and then they moved to Dallas, and they were in Dallas for about 10 years.
And their mom's still...
My mom's still alive. Yes, she's still alive. But I did my DNA and find out that I'm Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and I forget what else. But no, I'm Irish.
Chinese.
Take that phone away from her. She's not Irish.
I don't know what else to say. I'm happy everyone's here. Thank you for coming.
You got a beautiful place.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy and Amber, for putting this all together also.
Melissa for hosting.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. You want to say anything?
No.
Melissa, I believe the correct pronunciation of your father's name is Enrique. I know a little Spanish.
Okay, the reason I decided to come up and say hello to everybody, I noticed everybody was taking pictures. I want you to send those pictures to my oldest son, Butch LeCue's telephone number, which Kathy has. Okay, so ask Kathy for my Butch LeCue's phone number so I can have them all printed out. The other thing I want to say,
I don't know how long.
I love you all, and especially I love this man. I treasure that he's still here when I had the energy after other hospital admission just recently, and he's still here. So I'm happy that everyone was here. This is a blessing, and I'm just thankful that you are still alive, Curtis. I love you, and I love all the Hanfords. Some of the Hanfords I don't know because they go way back to the brothers of Preston Sr.
Like this one right here is Randall. And you really wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis.
Can I say something?
Hey, Randall, hang on just for a second. That guy right there, Randall Hanford, a.k.a. Booney.
That's what they call me. I just want to say something about Kurt. Kurt's one of the most generous people I've ever known in my life. And you know something, Kurt? Your buddy Dunbar, he said that to me the other day. He said Curtis was the most generous guy ever that he's ever met. And by the way, it was because of Kurt that I got into the seal coat business, and it's been really good. And I got two of my son-in-laws in the business, the seal coat business. They're doing really well. In fact, Jeremy Kurt is a millionaire. Jeremy, my son-in-law, married daughter number 3, and they're living in Arkansas. He's got a big ranch, a bunch of acreage back there. He's got a lot of cattle he's running on it, and he's a bona fide millionaire.
Give me his phone number.
Yeah.
So, but it all started with Kurt.
No, you're right.
Kurt's the guy that got me started. I mean, I was a $5 an hour guy with no plans of getting anywhere in life, but Kurt got me there.
I'm also getting ready to leave to go back to San Jose with my oldest son Butch and my granddaughter Jennifer. And this has been beautiful. Keep doing it. Even though we may kick the bucket and not be here, we will have our memories. And these pictures that I want is history. They go way back. I have tens, thousands of albums, and it's history. And that's what it's all about. And just remember Curtis, because he's the best, and he plays the guitar and sings and carries on, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So that's why I love you. Okay, I'm out of here, but my son is waiting for me, and so is my granddaughter. Bye, Wanda.
Good to see you, Wanda.
I'm going to the academy to be a policeman. That was in 1978.
Tell him we'll see him about 9.
You know those guys that were red-haired when they
Oh, the Scott side. Yeah.
They were red-headed, and that's where Pop came from. That's where he got his red hair. But you guys got it drowned out by the Italians.
We got the gray all over us, man. Immediate. My dad was this gray when he was 25. Yeah. Well, he's World War II. You know, your dad's World War II. Your dad was World War II. Yeah, he was a Coast Guard assigned to the Canadian fleet that landed at. He did those. He drove those. Yeah.
Everybody. Oh, yesterday night I wanted to die. The day you said we were through. But now that I found you're out of my mind, I can't believe it's true. I've forgotten somehow that I cared so before. Now it's wonderful now. I don't hurt anymore. I don't hurt anymore. Singer. All my teardrops are dry. No more walking the floor with the hurt inside.
Love you, honey.
Just to think it could be. Time has opened the door, and at last I'm free. I don't Good job, Kurt. Streets of Laredo. You know that one?
Well, I kind of do. I can follow along.
Well, sing it. As I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied an old cowboy wrapped up in white, linen, as cold as the clay. Come sleep again slowly in place, the five flows, the Lord, as they carry me along. Come on, Randy. Okay, let's get it. You're cheating hard. You know that one?
cry and cry.
I like to tease my family, I'm sorry.
And try to
Enjoy
sleep,
yourself.
but sleep won't come. The whole night through,
There you go. Gotta get a little
your cheating heart will tell. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come.
We'll tell them to bring that stuff over here.
Your cheating heart will tell.
There it goes.
When tears come down like a falling rain, you toss around and you call my name. Oh, you want to know.
I want her to sing.
And the way I do. Come on, Randy. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell you. When tears come down like falling rain, you toss around and call my name. You want to flow the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell you. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Rubbed up, took my feet out of the tub, thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out of the tub, put my feet on the floor, I wrapped the towel around me, then I opened the door, and then I splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. How was I to know there was a party going on? That's all I know. Be good, son.
Bye, Kathy.
Let's pretend that we're together all alone. Tell the man, we'll tell the man you both way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, you'll have to go. Whisper to me.
No. That's not it, is it? Is it? Whisper
to me. Tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? No love is blind. No love is blind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. I've got to know. I've got to know. Shall I hang up? Shall I hang up? Or will you tell him? Or will you tell him? You'll have to go. You'll have to go.
You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man.
Do you love me
answer yes or no. Darling,
I understand. Put your sweet lips
a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone.
I'll tell the man
You turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell you're standing there with me. You'll have to
was motivating over the hill. Saw Maybelline in the Coupe de Ville. Cadillac doing about a 95. Bumper to bumper going side by side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Well, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Start back doing the things you used to do. That's all I know of that one.
bright lights are burning,
Are glowing.
are glowing. You're drawn like a moth to a flame.
Okay, let's get in the right key. Ow.
Not the right key.
Where the bright lights are glowing.
You're drawn like a moth to a flame.
Is that too low? Let's go to C. Out where the bright lights are glowing.
You're drawn like a moth to a flame. You laugh while the wine's overwhelming. While I sit and whisper your name. Oh, to hear me. Oh, to see me. Oh, to hear me. Closing in on me. Sometimes I ask why I'm waiting, but my walls have nothing to say. I'm made for love, not for hating. So here, where you left me, I'll stay.
Everybody, 4 walls.
Four walls to hear me. 4 walls to see. 4 walls to hear me. Closing on me. Closing on me. Desert. My mother died giving me life.
Deprived of the love
Of a father, blamed for the loss of his wife. You know, Lord, I've lived in a prison
one. But this time you gave me a mountain.
Don't look at me. Don't stop.
Yeah, give it.
Here we go. But this time you gave me a mountain. Help me. Help me. A mountain that I will never climb. Bigger, Kurt.
And it isn't any longer. Yeah, Lord, you give me mountain. You gave me a mountain, you bastard. This time, my woman got tired of the heartaches, tired of the grief and the strife, so tired of working for nothing, tired of being my wife.
This time, Lord, you gave me a mountain. That's it.
A mountain I may never climb, but I sure give it a hell of a try. And you gave me a mountain this time.
What's that one about lovers?
Oh Lordy, how they could love. They swore to be true to each other, true as the stars above. He was her man.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was doing her wrong. In the front door walked a redhead. Johnny saw her right away. He motioned her over to the bandstand to listen while he played. He was her man. He was doing her wrong.
But she was far away. But she was far away.
Let him have his own words.
Well, he sang every song to the redhead. She smiled back at him. Then he motioned her over to the table where the lights were low and dim. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Sang every song to the redhead. She smiled back at him. Then he motioned her over to the table where the lights were low and dim. He was her man.
What Frankie didn't know,
he was doing her wrong.
Wouldn't hurt her none.
Well, the redhead jumped up and slapped him. Slapped him a time or two. She said, I'm Frankie's sister. I was checking up on you. You're her man. You better do her right. The moral of this story
good but carry a stick. Sometimes it looks like a guitar picker, just don't know what to pick. You're her man.
He's your man. You better treat her right. If he's your man. Sing it.
And he still ain't done her wrong.
It's that old 97 you must shovel in a little more coal. For when we reach that wide old mountain, you will see old 97 roll. You know now.
We were headed down the grapevine doing 90 miles an hour when the whistle broke into a scream.
I was found in a wreck
With a hand on the throttle and was scalded to death by the sea. Now, old lady, do 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 do.
Here's the second one. And a telegram came to Washington Station, and this is what it said. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. Yes, this ain't your head 38.
This is old 97. Put her in dispenser on time. For when we reach that mountain, you will see old 97 roll.
In New Orleans,
They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a boy. And God, I know I'm one. Tell your truck, the tailor, she rolled my new blue jeans. Sewed my new blue jeans. My dad, there was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now, mother, please tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your life in sin and misery in that house of the rising sun. I've got one foot on the platform. I got one foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Yes, mother, please tell your children not to do what I have done.
Spend your life in sin and misery in that house of the rising sun.
Give me some earplugs.
Okay, Preston.
3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. Now along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out from Kankakee, running past houses, farms and fields. Passenger trains that have no names, freight yards full of old black men, junkyards full of rusted automobiles. Here we go. Good morning, America, how are you? I said, now don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. Change of course in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Like the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. Now the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's carpets made of steel, and mothers with their babes asleep rocking to that gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rail is all that they feel.
Everybody, sing it.
Good morning, America, how are you? I said, now don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.
One more time.
Good morning, America, how are you? I said, now don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.
Okay. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. I grew up in a house on Saginaw Bay. My dad was a poor, hard-working Saginaw fisherman. Too many times he'd come home with two little pigs. Sing it, Kathy.
I loved a girl in Saginaw, Michigan, the daughter of a wealthy told me that no good son of a Saginaw fisherman wasn't good enough to hold his daughter's hand. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do you remember
Sing it?
They got me off. I don't remember.
How does it go? Hurt. Now I'm up here in Alaska, digging in that cold, cold ground.
There you go.
Like a crazy fool, I'm looking for
Digging.
I'm searching in that
Digging.
frozen ground so cold. But with each new day, I pray I'll strike it rich, and then I'll go back home, claim my love in Saginaw, Michigan. I wrote my love in Saginaw, Michigan.
Saginaw, Michigan.
I said, honey, I'm a-coming home, please wait for me. And you can tell your dad I'm coming back a richer man.
Struck the
biggest strike in Klondike history. Her dad met me
in Saginaw, Michigan. He threw me a great big party with pink champagne.
and he said, son, you're a guy's young ambitious man.
Why don't you sail your father-in-law on that claim?
Now he's up there in Alaska, digging in that cold, cold ground. Yeah, that greedy fool is digging for the gold I never found. But no one here is really even missing him, least of all the newlyweds of Saginaw, Michigan. We're the happiest man and wife in Saginaw, Michigan. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely.
I can't sing your key.
Okay, what key you gotta be in?
A. Singing an
I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue.
Oh, you guys are not You want higher or lower?
Just sing it, Mom, and then let him pick up.
Crazy for feeling so lonely. Got too low for you?
I don't know, Press.
Go ahead and sing.
Crazy. Can you get there?
Pretty.
How does it go? I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as
long as you
wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new.
Worry.
Why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world can I do?
Sing it.
I'm crazy for
Feeling so lonely,
and I'm
crazy for trying, and crazy for trying. 'cause I'm crazy for loving you.
Yes, I'm crazy for trying.
Crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Oh, let's just face it, she's crazy.
Do you want the lyrics? Can we do a redo? Okay, great. There you go.
I'm crazy. It's just the notes. I can't hear it. I'm crazy. Crazy. For feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue.
What's that? Can you take me to the restroom?
I knew I can't speak. As long as you wanted, and then someday I chased him away.
Keep going.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worry. Why do I let myself worry?
No, I don't want that. Keep singing.
Wondering what in the world can I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
That's one.
Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
You did it!
It was all I could do to keep from crying. That's all the words I know to that one. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Oh, in the park you hear happy sounds of the carousel. I can almost smell the hot dogs, French fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, oh yeah. A blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be making love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
Come on, Randall. We need your help.
Yeah, come tell us a joke.
Okay, I'll tell you a joke.
I got out of jail the other day. You want to know how?
How?
You
sang your way out of jail?
Oh, I sawed my way.
Well, you know, I heard about this old cowboy. He come riding into this cattle town, and it was one of those dusty little cow towns. Wind was blowing, tumbleweeds were rolling down the street, and he pulls up in front of the Bucket of Blood saloon. He got off his horse, and he walked around the back of his horse, and he raised the tail up, and he went. And these two old drunks were sitting over there on the bench right in front of the saloon, and they were looking at him and puzzled, and and he says, "Chapped lips." They said, "That cures chapped lips." He goes, "I don't know, but it keeps me from licking them."
This joke doesn't, I don't want anybody to take offense to it.
Grandma?
Okay. I just want to make sure nobody takes, I want to sit over here. Can you still get?
Yeah, sit by me.
I'm already offended.
It's about.
Mom, just tell the joke.
Okay, so a hair lip goes into a bar, and he meets the bartender, and the bartender has a hunchback. Have you guys ever heard this joke?
What's a hunchback? Just kidding. It's a hairless.
So anyway, the hair lip says to the hunchback is a really big guy, and the hair lip's a real kind of scrawny guy, okay? So the hair lip guy says, "You gotta hear my joke first."
God, okay.
So the hair lip says to the hunchback, bartender, how much is your martini?" And the bartender looks down at him and he says, "Martinis are $10. $10? Good grief, that's too high." Then he says, bartender, how much is your Scotch and water?" Bartender looks down at him and he says, "Scotch and water are $9. $9 for a lousy Scotch and water? That's too high." So he waits a little bit. Pretty soon he says, bartender, how much is your Harvey Wallbanger?" I don't know, ton of drink. Anyways, Harvey Wallbanger is $8. $8 for a lousy Harvey Wallbanger? Good grief, that's too high. He says, bartender, how much is your beer?" Bartender looks and says, "Beer is $5. $5 for a lousy beer? Good grief, that's way too high. Okay, bartender, give me a beer." So he drinks the beer, and he drinks more beer, and all night long he's drinking beer. And pretty soon he's getting pretty drunk, and he goes, "Bartender, I just want to tell you, thank you for not making fun of my speech impediment." And he goes, "Well, I want to thank you for not making fun of my hunchback." He goes, "Oh, is that what that is? Everything else is so high in here, I thought that was your butt."
Winding fleecy waves look soft as carpet wool, but the cruel rocks they gored her side like the horns of an angry bull. Her withering shrouds all sheathed in ice, with the mast went by the board. Like a vessel of glass, she stole and sank. Ho ho! Breakers roll. At daybreak on that bleak sea beach, the fisherman stood aghast to see the form of a maiden fair dashed close to a drifting mast. Salt sea was frozen on her breast. Salt sea was frozen on her breast. Salt tears were in her eyes. And he saw her hair like the brown seaweed on the billows fall and rise. Such was the wreck of the Hespers in the midnight and the snow. Christ save us all from a death like this on the reef of Norman's Wall. It was a balmy summer evening, and a goodly crowd was there.
Use the microphone.
Which well nigh filled Joe's bar room on the corner of the square. And his songs and witty stories came through the open door. I need to get a little sip. The vagabond crept slowly in and posed upon the floor. Where does he come from? Someone said. When's this blown him in? Does he want another cry? Is it whiskey, rum, or gin? Here, Toby. Seek him if your stomach's equal to the work. I wouldn't touch him with a fork. He's as filthy as a Turk. This badinage the poor wretch took with stoical good grace. In fact, he smiled, as though he thought he had struck the proper place. Come, boys. I know there are kindly hearts among the crowd. Why, to be in such good company would make a deacon proud. Give you a song? No, I can't do that. My singing days are past. My voice is cracked, my throat's worn out, and my lungs are going fast. But just give me another whiskey and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you a funny story, and a fact that I promise to. That I was ever a decent man, not one of you would think. But I was, some 4 or 5 years back. Say, give me another drink. Fill her up, Joe. I want to put some life into his frame. Such drinks, little drinks to a bum like me are miserably tame. 5 fingers. That's the scheme. And corking whiskey too. Well, here's luck, boys, and landlord, my best regards to you. Well, you've treated me pretty kindly, and I'd like to tell you how I came to be the dirty sock you see before you now. As I told you, I was once a man with muscle, frame, and health, and but for a blunder, ought to have made considerable wealth. I was a painter. Not one that dabbed on bricks and wood, but an artist. And for my age was rated pretty good. I worked hard at my canvas and I was bidding fair to rise. For gradually I saw the star of fame before my eyes. I painted a picture perhaps you've seen. It's called The Chase of Fame. It brought me 1,500 pounds and added to my name. Then I met a woman. Now comes the funny part. With eyes that petrified my brain and sunk into my heart. Did you ever meet a woman for whom your soul you'd give, with a form like the Milo Venus, too beautiful to live. With eyes that would beat the Koh-i-Noor, and a wealth of chestnut hair. If so, it was she, for there never was another half so fair. Does everybody know who the Koh-i-Noor was? The Koh-i-Noor was a beautiful Hawaiian lady with beautiful eyes. With eyes that would beat the Koh-i-Noor and a wealth of chestnut hair. If so, it was she, for there never was another half so fair. I was working on a portrait of a fair-haired boy, a friend of mine, that lived across the way. Madeline admired it, and much to my surprise, said she'd like to meet the man that had such dreamy eyes. Well, it didn't take long to know him, and before a month had flown, my friend had stolen my darling, and I was left alone. And the year of misery has passed above my head. The jewel that I treasured so was tarnished and was dead. That's why you took to drink, boys. I never saw you smile. I thought you'd be amused and laughing all the while. Come here, Joe. Why, what's the matter, friend? Is that a teardrop in your eye? Come laugh like me. There's only babes and women that should cry. So just give me another whiskey. I'll be glad. And I'll draw right here a picture of the face that drove me mad. Give me the chalk with which you marked the baseball score, for you shall see that Madeline upon the barroom floor. Another drink, and with chalk in hand, the vagabond began to sketch the face that well might buy the soul of any man. And as he placed another mark upon that shapely head, with a fearful shriek, he leaped and fell across the picture, dead.
Okay, now you can go back to dancing and I'll video you.
The green, green grass of home. Yes, there are grounds to see me in the shade of that old tree as they lay me neath the green, green grass of home. She makes me glad that I'm a man. Oh, no. have fun, come along. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Oh yeah.
Runs in the Hanford family. Gotta hear the band, right? They're always on time, as long as I'm
rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. I'm dragging on.
Easy, girl, easy.
Well, that train keeps a rolling.
50 gear.
On down the San Antonio. My brother singing. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno, why? Just to watch him die. When I hear the whistle blowing, well, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's really folks eating from a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee, smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. Why's that? I know I can't be free. But that train keeps rolling, and that tortures me. If they free me from this prison, if they freed me from this prison and the railroad track was mine, well, I said I'd move along a little further down the line, get far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to be. And I let the lonesome whistle blow my blues away. That's what they intended then.
Sorry.
You're good.
Thanks, Randy.
Love you, drive safe.
Bye, Randall. We love you too, honey.
Thank you.
Bye, Randall. We love you too.
Can you help me? I've had good luck and bad luck, and no luck is true, but I always get lucky with you. I've been turned on, I've been turned on, and turned down, turned down. When the bars pour the two, but I always get lucky with you. I keep two strikes against me most all of the time. When it's down to just a phone call and I'm out of my mind. I've had good days, I've had good days, and bad days, bad days. But when the day is through, oh, I'll always get lucky with you. Ready? I keep two strikes against me. Oh, all the time. When it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. I've had good days and bad days, but when the day is through, well, I'll always get lucky with you. Well, I always get lucky with you. Pretty song, good job.